Hi everyone. Have you ever been invited as a keynote speaker, or have you ever prepared your presentation, but at the moment of delivering your presentation, 5 to 10 minutes before you took the stage, you understood that you have to change your message, you have to change your speech, you have to change your content? In fact, in this video, I want to share with you how yesterday, 5 minutes before I took the stage, I had to change my presentation because I was able to read the room, and that is very important. Yes, it's important because as public speakers, as entrepreneurs, as keynote speakers, we have to understand that we are at the service of our audience. And if we are not able to read our audience, to understand their level, to understand their struggle, to understand their challenges, to understand their desires, to understand their journey and at which level they are in the process, we will have difficulties bringing to them a message or a presentation that will resonate with them, that will touch them, that will create such a connection that they will be willing to follow us at the next level. Yesterday, even before yesterday, in the last 3 months, I think I had in 3 or 4 different occasions, I had to change my presentation, to change my content, whether in a church or in a professional gathering. 5 to 10 minutes, I had to change. And yesterday, it happened to me. What did I do, and how am I able to read a room? And what I want to share with you is very simple. And many speakers neglect that, overlook that. It is very simple, but it's very powerful. What I used to do is that when I'm invited, I make all my efforts to be there before. I want to be in the room before. I want to speak to people that will be among those who will be in my audience before, because by discussing with them, by chatting with them, I will be able to understand their struggle. I will be able to understand their difficulties. I will be able to understand what they are doing. I will be able to understand if the message or the presentation I've prepared really resonate or will resonate with their situation. Yesterday, for example, I was there before I took the stage, and I listened to the first speakers. Many speakers, when they are invited, just come when it's time for them to take the stage, and that is a mistake. I suggest to you that you be there before. Listen to other speakers. Make all your efforts to be there and to listen to them, because by listening to them, by listening to their message and observing the reaction of the audience, how the audience reacts to their message, you will be able to understand what it is, the good message, what you have to do, what you have to say, what you have to share with them. It is something that happens intuitively. It is something that happens intuitively. It is something that happens spiritually. It's not something that somebody can show you like that. You have to be there. You have to be in the room. You have to sense the room. You have to sense the audience. You have to listen to the other speakers as they are delivering their messages, and you observe the reaction of the audience. It will give you clues to understand if what you've prepared is really important and suitable for that audience, because we are at the service of the audience. And I used to say this: empathy is the secret of influence. Your capacity to understand what they are going through, to see the world with their eyes, and to feel what they feel. But when you are invited, you cannot have that time to go and to do your research to understand where their position, their perspective, their struggle. But you can be there before. You can listen to other speakers. You can observe the audience. You can observe their reactions. You can observe if they welcome or not the message that is providing to them. And by doing that, by looking at their reactions, their engagement, you will be able to understand that what you have prepared is good or it's not good. And if you have the opportunity to speak to those who are in the audience before you take the stage, it will be amazing. It will help you understand if your message is suitable or not. You can spend time, and it happened to me many times. You can spend hours, weeks preparing a message, but when you come to a room, you understand that this is not the right message. I have to change that. Yesterday, 5 minutes before I took the stage, I changed my presentation, and the result, let me tell you, was outstanding. People at the end of my presentation, at the end of my speech, came to me to say that was really good. That brought me a lot of value. That inspired me. That motivates me. I could feel through those feedback that I've done a good job looking at them, observing their reactions, listening to the previous speakers, and reading the room. It was an advantage for me. And if you have that possibility, I suggest you get into the room before you listen to other speakers. You observe the reactions of the audience, and that will give you clues to know if what you have prepared is good or not.